Oh, hey. Hi. So your child wants to play drums, huh? Oh, awesome. Well, I'm here today to help you out with what you need to get started, okay? You don't have to go out and buy a drum set or anything like that, electronic or acoustic. There's tons of stuff out there. But just to get started and see if your child really wants to play the drums, all you need are a few basic things. First of all, a practice pad, which is just a single or dual-sided pad to play on, and it's kind of like a simulated drum. It's a piece of wood with rubber on it, basically. There's a lot of these available. If you look at different retailers, there's a lot of them available. If you key beginner practice pad for drums, you'll get tons of hits on. You can buy just a practice pad. Now this can be put on a tabletop. Usually they have a good surface, rubber to protect tabletops and that. You can do that, or on a desk. Now this one happens to come with a stand, which I like because sometimes it's not always good to sit and play. You can stand and play. This gives options, okay? So this kit happens to come with a stand, a pad, and like 3 pairs of sticks, okay, and good size sticks. Typically a size 5A or 5B. If you happen to buy this stuff individually, that's a good stick to start out, 5A or 5B. Okay, and basically what you need is a practice pad. Now you can use a regular chair. I'm using a drum stool because that's what I'm used to, but you can adjust the height of it. That's the nice thing too for playing drums. Now if you don't want to buy a drum stool, just use a chair. The important thing is that you get the pad at the right height, okay? So when your student gets the pad, just to start playing simple things, the location and the height are the things you want to get correct, okay? And this will help them get started. If they want to sign up with a drum teacher locally somewhere, just to get them on the right track even before they start drum lessons. Okay, so the pad, the basic playing position should be sitting on the front edge of the chair or stool, not back with feet floating in the air or feet up here like this, because that all hampers the way you play. There's a playing position for drums that gets optimal performance out of your hands, wrists, and arms, okay? And you want those to be free. So basically the playing position is just arms hanging at the sides. Bring them up, touch the sticks like in the center, and that should be where it is, okay? If you have to reach way out here, the pad's too far away. If you come up here and your arms have to do something like this, the pad's too close. Simple as that. Arms up, in the center. I always tell my students, play like you're slicing a piece of pizza out of the center. Okay, think of the drum or the pad as a pizza, and you're slicing a piece out of it. If you're playing like this, you're not slicing the piece, and you're going to be hampered by not being able to play with good technique. Okay, best starting position and starting playing technique is sitting front edge of the stool or chair, both feet on the floor, so you have a firm base. Sticks in the center of the pad, like you're cutting a piece of pizza. Like that, okay? And you should be able to hit with the tips. Now, as far as the height of the pad, if the student is hitting with the shank of the stick, not the tip, then the pad is too high, okay? They need to be playing with the tip in the center. And if they're playing at an angle like this, then the pad's too low. So it's right at a point where they can play and hit the tip of the stick easily. If they're accidentally hitting this part of the stick, then the pad needs to be lowered slightly, okay? Also just make sure their feet are on the floor, their legs are out of the way so that when they go to play, their legs are not interfering with their hands, okay? So what to practice when they first get their pad and sticks? What do they play? Okay, first of all, how to hold the sticks, okay? The good playing position, now experiment with this with your child, but the stick is about this long, okay? Look halfway down and then another quarter. So basically 1/4 up the shank, or 3/4 from the end, from the tip, okay? So you want some of the stick hanging out, okay? And you grip the stick basically with your thumb and your first finger, okay? And then the other fingers curl around the stick, okay? Think of these fingers as the helpers, okay? This is the fulcrum, or the pivot, where the stick should be doing its action, like this, okay? The other fingers help to hold and guide the stick, okay? So you're not relying on just that, okay? So basically, when you're playing, you should see the tops of your hands. Okay, I always tell my students, I'm going to draw a little smiley face on there, and I want to see it when you're playing. Okay, so what to practice? Singles, just single notes, okay, with both hands individually. Okay, so right hand, and what you want to get is the rebound or the bounce of the drumstick up. Okay, so a natural tendency to start out is just to hit like that. Okay, so I want your student to think about using this pivot and think of it like a basketball. When you bounce a basketball, it comes right up to where you started it from, okay? The stick has rebound. You start it here, it should be able to return to that position, okay? If you're playing, you can start out like this, but then try to get your son or daughter to loosen their hand using the pivot. You loosen their hand so it bounces, it rebounds. You're using the rebound of the drum, okay? Playing drums is all about rebound and bounce, and learning how to control that. Learning how to control the bounce of the drum and make it work for you. Okay, and just have them play along with music is good. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 da ba 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 ba. Bum ba da bum bum ba da bum bum ba da bum bum ba 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 da bum bum ba da bum bum ba da. Ba da ba da bum bum. Both hands da da ba da bum bum ba da ba da bum bum ba da bum bum ba da. Ba da ba da bum bum ba da bum bum ba da bum bum ba da ba da bum bum ba da bum bum ba da. Ba-da, ba-da, bum, bum, ba-da, bum, bum, ba-da, bum, bum, ba-da, ba-da, bum, bum, ba-da, bum, bum, ba-da. Ba-da, ba-da, bum, bum, ba-da, bum, bum, ba-da, bum, bum, ba-da, ba-da, bum, bum, ba-da, bum, bum, ba-da. Ba-ba, ba-da, bum, bum, ba-da, bum, bum, ba-da, bum, bum, ba-da, ba-da, bum, bum, ba-da, bum, 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 bum. Okay, so basically what I was doing was singles with each hand, slowly, and then increasing the speed. Trying to do double speed, and then playing alternating sticking. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. That's all your child needs to get started. If they sign up with a drum teacher and they've gotten to this point, that's a beautiful thing for a drum teacher to take it from that point and get them into other things. Okay? Last on the list of items you need is a music stand, a good music stand. Okay? There's a lot of different models available. I like the professional grade music stand with the solid bottom. These are a little more expensive. There are plastic ones available that are less money. The portable stands, the wire music stands that are meant to be portable that you can fold up are okay, but they're a little bit, they're not as good for some of the books and materials that you need to put on them. They're not very solid, okay? So I would suggest something that's a little more solid like this. And you notice I've got a mini iPad on here. Many of the books and materials available for students now are online. And so you're reading off an iPad and that's another reason to get a more stable stand, okay? But also have your child set up in a place, if it's in their bedroom, in your recreation room, in your basement, wherever you set up, try to set a practice space up, okay? I've got my stool, I've got my practice pad, and I've got my music stand. These are gonna stay right here, so this is my dedicated space. Not to be moved, not to lose your book and lose, you know, the things you need to practice, okay? So when I sit down to practice, everything I need is right here, okay? Good luck, and look at my video lessons I have on my YouTube channel, and please subscribe. Thank you. Have a great day.